Hello, everyone. Welcome back to page 601. I am so glad you're joining me again to check in on my weight loss journey with Mounjaro. If you are new here, welcome. I'm on this journey to lose weight and get healthier, and I'm so excited to share week 4 of my progress with you. Quickly, I just want to remind you, if you're new or need a refresher, that Mounjaro is a medication that helps with weight loss by regulating blood sugar levels and suppressing the appetite. It is also a treatment for type 2 diabetes, but it has been approved for weight loss. I am currently taking it at 2.5 milligrams, and I've been documenting my journey here on the channel and sharing it with all of you. So, again, I thank you for coming. Let's talk a little bit about some of the things that I started. One of the things that I started to focus on last week was journaling. I got this idea from another content creator. Her name is Brittany Rose Vlogs, and I want to shout her out. She does content around Mounjaro and the different GLP-1 medications. In one of her vlogs, one of the things she said is that she wished she had started journaling at the beginning of her journey. So I thought, wow, yeah, I probably should start journaling. So I want to thank her for that suggestion. I'm going to link Brittany Rose's vlogs channel in the description box. You guys go follow her. She's been on the journey a lot longer than me, and her videos have been very helpful. In fact, I watched her videos before I started taking Mounjaro just to get an idea and to prepare myself for this journey. So getting back to journaling, I really want to be more consistent with that. I want to do more than just write down my numbers. I plan to write down my moods and my cravings and my feelings. And I think it will be very eye-opening and it would be helpful for me to see my journey as I go about it. So here's again is the journal that I'm using. And my goal is really to write in it at least once a day. I do have different journals that I use, like I have a gratitude journal that I do every day, but this is going to be for my journey. And I just feel that it is important to chronicle that. If you are starting your own weight loss, I recommend you start journaling. It's not just good about the food and exercise, but it's also important to understand your relationship with yourself, your relationship with food, your relationship with exercise. The next thing I wanted to talk about are my sugar cravings. We talked about that last week. So, one of the things that I noticed this week about my cravings for sugary foods, they've stayed about the same. They haven't really changed. They haven't increased, they haven't decreased. I have to admit, I did ended up eating my big no-no, which is butter toffee peanuts this week. Shouldn't have ate them, but I did. I ate them a couple times this week. So I'll really need to work on that. I did have some food noise, and I will talk a little bit about food noise a little bit later in some other videos that I plan to make. But Brittany does talk about food noise on her channel. So again, follow her. Uh, I also wanted to talk about some of the symptoms that I had last week. One of the main ones was constipation and not being regular. I mentioned that I had not been going daily. And I think it has been one of the side effects of not drinking enough water or staying hydrated enough while taking Mounjaro. And that's something that I've had to deal with, but I'm doing better. I managed to stay much more hydrated and drink more water than I did last week. And I have seen some results that I'll talk a little bit about later. Next, I want to talk about my progress on my hydration and a couple of the goals that I made last week. So, one of the goals was again, getting back to the water, drinking 64 ounces. I did not drink at least 64 ounces every single day. That goal I did not reach, but I did much, much, much better. As I've said in prior videos, 64 ounces for me is two and a half of these bottles of water. These are 26 ounces each. And I generally am able to get down at least two of those, one in the morning and one like in the afternoon. And I have done much better. It has definitely helped me manage my hunger, and it's becoming more of a habit for me. That sounds weird because I love water and I'm not a person who needs to have a habit of drinking water because I love water. So, we working with it. I will say that I feel that the increase in my water take this week has been very helpful and helping me to be more regular, if you know what I mean. And I don't want to get too graphic because I know some people might be eating or something else, but I have been more regular this week. Okay. And the stuff been a little easier this week. So the other goal I had was to eat my last meal of the day by 5 p.m. every day. I think for most nights, I have been able to adhere to eating my last meal by 5 p.m. Most days, I ate my meal between 11 a.m. and 12 p.m. I normally only eat one meal a day, only because I'm not hungry. In the mornings, when I wake up, I will usually eat a banana and a handful of raw walnuts. I love walnuts, so I'll eat those. And that'll carry me until I take my niece to college, drop her off. And then on my way home, I'll grab something to eat and then I'll eat that. And usually I don't eat anything else the rest of the day other than like an apple. But again, like I said, I had a few little slip ups and I ate those butter toffee peanuts. And it wasn't because I was hungry, I was just craving some sugar, I think. But what I will say, I do like eating earlier. It feels good to finish eating earlier and not feel like I'm going to bed on a full stomach, if you know what I mean. I kind of felt uncomfortable because Manjaro, it slows the food down in your stomach. So I don't really like going to bed with my stomach so full of so much. And even though it's not a lot, it feels like a lot because it's in there longer. And I don't like that feeling in the morning. I have been feeling way better in the morning. I don't feel so heavy. I don't feel so bloated, if that makes sense. So let's get to what we all came here to find out. Let's talk about last week. I had a bit of a setback where I had actually gained 2.4 pounds on my weigh-in day. My weigh-in days are Friday. My injection days are Thursdays. Last week, I gained 2.4 pounds on weigh day. I had lost that weight a little bit the following day, but anyway, let's just stick to this. It was pretty frustrating for me last week, but I tried not to get discouraged. I realized that the weight loss, it isn't something that's going to happen in a straight line. And I know we have setbacks, things happen. For me, I discussed how my not drinking enough water caused me not to be regular. So I probably had some stuff that I was holding, if you know what I mean. And once I was able to handle that situation, that weight left. Okay. And the other thing is sometimes it's just the body adjusting, and that's okay. And I am a little older. I'm eight. I'll be 59 next week. So I'm not going to worry about it. But this week, I'm happy to say that I have seen some progress. I have lost 4.4 pounds this week for a net overall total of 6.6 pounds lost from the first time I weighed in on December the 27th. That would have been a Friday, I think. Keep in mind that the net weight loss accounts for the 2.4 pounds that I gained last week. I'm down 6.6 pounds overall. And I have something funny to tell you a little later. Not funny, but kind of weird. I'm feeling good about it. It's slow but steady, and I'm just trying to stay focused on the long-term journey and not let any of the small little setbacks or hiccups get me down. I was a little mad last week, but can't blame anybody but myself. And I'm not going to worry about it. I'm not going to beat myself up. And don't you beat yourself up either, because we in this thing for the long haul. And honestly, I'm feeling really positive about the weight loss this week. Even though it's gradual, it gives me the motivation to keep going. And it's tough, but seeing those small victories, it keeps me motivated. I mentioned in the last video I had an upcoming appointment with my doctor. This past Thursday, I did see my doctor, and we talked about how things are going with Mounjaro and whether I should adjust the dosage. Right now, I am on the 2.5 milligrams, but before I get into this, I want to share. I told you something weird happened, a weird fun fact. According to my doctor's office scale, with all my clothes on, honey, I lost a total of 10 pounds. That's what the scales say. And it's weird because doctor scales, they're usually off. They make you bigger. I'm like, what? When they said 10 pounds, I'm like, I'll take it. But I didn't report that to you guys. I'm reporting to you guys what my scales say, just to keep things a little consistent. So keep that in the back of your mind. I'll let you know what the scales say the next time I go to the doctor and see how much difference is that scale from my scale here at home. You may hear this noise in the background. I have two teenagers. My nephew, he is a senior in high school, and my niece, she is in college, and they doing the sibling thing. I don't know what the argument is out there, but I'm gonna keep recording. I may or may not cut this out. So if you hear some stuff, that's them. Okay. So anyway, I explained to my doctor that my appetite seems to increase around Wednesday morning through Thursday. Keep in mind, I inject on Thursdays at 7 p.m. So he said that though they like to increase the dosage slowly, usually when a person finds that their appetite is a little bit higher, that's a cue for them to increase the dosage. So I told him, hey, yeah, on Wednesday, from Wednesday morning to Thursday, I am hungry, okay, and I'm craving stuff. So we decided to increase my dosage to 5 milligrams. Now, I do have 1.5 boxes of the 2.5 milligram dose left, and that is 6 pre-filled pens. And though my doctor called in my prescription for the 5 milligrams, I can't pick it up. The pharmacist said I can't pick it up for another 2 weeks due to my insurance. They will only cover it, me getting the drug every 30 days. So for me, that will be about mid-February because I picked up the last box January the 16th. So I can't pick up the next dosage until that's going to be February 15th or February 16th. And that's fine because in the meantime, what I'll do is I will use up the half box of the 2.5 milligrams. I think I got 3 pens in that box. I'm not sure. I have 3 pens and then start the 5 milligrams later. But you know what? I don't even know. I might even just use up all of my boxes of the 2.5, and that's going to be either 6 or 7 pens because I'm not sure if I have 3 pens in one box or 2 pens in one box. Either way, I may end up using all those pens for 2.5, which would take me to the beginning of March. I'll keep you guys posted to let you know because if I use all of the 2.5 milligram boxes or the pens, then that means I would have been on 2.5 milligrams for 12 weeks. And honestly, I'm okay with not rushing and I don't want to push it too fast. And I hear that people have more symptoms the higher they move up as they move up. I'm okay with taking my time and moving up to the next dose. And in the meantime, my doctor gave me some suggestions of how to increase my weight loss. I know I'm supposed to do walk. Okay. Told me the carbs like bread and stuff like that. I don't really have a big problem with bread. My problem is pasta. I love pasta and I love Mexican food. He said Mexican food was okay as long as I don't mess with the flour burritos, and that's okay. I can figure that out. But it's the pasta that's an issue. So we'll work it out. Okay, let's see. Let's talk about goals. This coming week, I'm going to just stick to the 3 goals I had before. I'm going to drink at least 62 ounces of water. I'm going to get this back. Funny thing is, like I said, I'm not a person that needs prompting to drink water. I love water. I drink water all the time. Talked to my doctor about my problem drinking water, and he said that it's not uncommon in the winter for people to find themselves not being able to drink all their water because you're not as thirsty as you are in the summer. And I live in Central California where in the summer it's hot, hot, hot. And so anyway, that made a lot of sense to me because I just could not figure out why am I having problems drinking this water? Okay, so that's that. I also, for my second goal, I have three, is I really want to make sure that I eat that last meal every single day before 5 p.m. when possible, like if I'm home. I think that's very important because, again, I don't want to have that full stomach in the morning. I don't like the way that feels. And my third goal is to write in my journal daily. I plan to do that. I decided to share with you my word for this upcoming week, which is consistency. One of the things I noticed with all of the goals that I have is I need to be consistent. And I know that just is common sense for everybody, but my brain and my whatever, I need to make sure I do it. So consistency will be my word of the week. So that's this week's updates. It's been a really interesting week and I am excited to keep going. I'd love to hear from you if you've been on a weight loss journey or if you're using Mounjaro or any other type of weight loss meds, drop a comment below and share your experiences with me. How are you feeling? What's worked for you? I really want to know. Do you have some suggestions for me? I've only been doing this less than 2 months. So any suggestions you have, I welcome them. If you think this video could help someone, please share it with a friend or family member who might be going through something similar, who's starting their journey as well. The more we share and support in each other, the easier this journey will become for all of us. We can make a community. I do want to thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to hit that like button if you found this video helpful. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next update. Take care and keep going. You got this thing. All right. Talk to you later.